episode 2.
Alrighty.
And
Part 2.
we're coming for you.
Action.
Hi.
No.
No. Alright. What's our weekly update with each
What's
other?
the 411? What's the hot take? What's the scoop?
What's the scoop?
What'd you get up to this week, Kathy?
Scoop.
So Valentine's Day, me and Sebastian just hung out at home. I made him dinner.
You guys are knocking boots.
Knocking boots. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
You know what's funny about Valentine's Day is that it started for me early. I was starting to think about Valentine's Day back in Halloween. Actually, I was Cupid for Halloween because it's my gag as me being like so happily single that I just thought I should be Cupid because I'm really not looking for love.
Right. So what more ironic
Than Cupid. Like, yeah.
So you started Valentine's a little early in Halloween.
I did. Yes, I did.
I think Brianna and I just hung out at home that day.
So you had a traditional Galentine's, a sister-tines,
We didn't really do anything.
a sissy-tines.
I don't think we did anything. No, we went to our mom's house.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, that's a Galentine's because you saw your madre.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did what we said
Your
we were
mom.
gonna do. I did what I said I was gonna do. We brought our mother a nice like bouquet of flowers because she loves real flowers.
Your first love.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That is right. And
Mommy.
mommy,
Mommy.
mommy.
We bought our mommy some nice flowers that we knew she would like. You know,
Aw.
the color and the type. Like, she likes purple, so we got her some kind of, like, purple and, I don't know, like purple and white roses. And there were some lilies in there, too, and she loves lilies.
Oh, I love lilies.
Yeah, she likes flowers, but I know she likes purple and lilies specifically. And we got her this really cute card, like one of those more like expensive Hallmark cards. But she likes
the ones that
stuff.
sing.
No, it didn't sing, but it almost looks like a pop-up. Like, you can make it
Oh,
stand
yeah.
up.
I love those
So,
pop-up ones.
It's really pretty. It's like, I feel like it's nicer than a card. It's almost like a decoration. Which
Yeah,
she
like you
likes.
could actually just like keep it out.
Yeah.
Like just opened if you
Yeah.
wanted to.
She kept one from Mother's Day, I think, that I got her. So it's like, it just looks really pretty.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's like, it's more than a card. And we also got Fred a Valentine's Day card, too.
That's sweet.
It had
That's
Yoda on it.
different. Oh, Yoda,
It
because
had
you like
Yoda.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, we love Fred too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we didn't want to
Yeah.
leave Fred out. And we thought about what you said about, like, getting men flowers. But we didn't get him flowers, but we got him a card, and I thought it was cute.
Yeah, he got a Valentine too.
Yeah.
Everyone deserves a Valentine, like in school.
Yeah. And none for Gretchen Wieners.
And not for Gretchen Wieners, bye.
I had sort of a health thing go on last week, so that was kind of fun. I'm feeling better now.
That's good.
And I did go on a very spontaneous date to a really fun place called Dave and Buster's.
Oh,
on
never
Sunday.
heard of.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, it's a really cool place. Yeah.
Yeah. A little hole in the wall.
A little hole, just, nobody's ever heard of that dive, Dave and Buster's.
I dive.
It was fun. It was charming. It was really spontaneous. I just happened to be out, and another thing that I was supposed to do in the city didn't work out. So I made some other plans, and I'm glad I did.
Yeah. Right? Don't let a good day go to waste. Obviously, have a good time.
Yeah, I had a full face of makeup on. I was ready to go. I was all
Exactly.
dressed, and I'm like, you know what?
Even more.
I'm gonna make the most of this night. There's this person who I've been kind of, wanting to see. So just asked them if they happen to be free, and they were. And guess what? We're seeing each other again tomorrow.
Ooh.
Yeah,
That's exciting.
I'm excited.
Love that for you.
Gigi.
Thank
Gigi.
you. I know it's still very early, but it's fun to be getting back out there and just like having fun and like just a fun like go out and play arcade games at Dave and Buster's. Like, how fun is that?
Right.
It's fun. It makes you feel like kind of a kid again.
Exactly. It's so nostalgic.
Yeah.
And then, like, you kind of get a sense, like, a good impression, especially if you're meeting somebody for the first time.
Yeah.
Like, that's definitely, like, a good show of character of what kind of person they are. Like, I had a first date with somebody we met at Dave & Buster's. It was a horrible experience.
Oh, no. What happened?
Horrible experience.
Tell us.
He oh, my God, I can't even fathom the thought that I have to relive this memory, but he was the grossest eater. I don't know if he was doing it on purpose for me to, like, get turned off, But I don't think he did, because eventually he started trying to like do stuff, and I'm like,
what was he eating?
What wasn't he eating?
Oh my god.
I just want to know like what he was eating. Like if he's a gross eater, like was he eating chicken fingers like with his hands? Like was he eating a burger?
Everything was with his hands, but it was like everywhere, like all over the place.
Ew.
And like, I don't know if he knew what a napkin was. It was non-existent.
That is definitely something to say, because it's like, when I'm out with somebody, I try to be like as well-mannered as possible.
Right.
Like I try to get all the food in my mouth.
All the food in my mouth?
There's a way to eat. Like there's a way to like a proper etiquette. Like there's a there's a way to like, that's like, have class. Come on.
Right.
Really
Especially when you're meeting someone for the first time that like you're trying to like hook up with. Like that's not a good impression you want to give off. And I was just like, the fact that I drove like all the way to like Philly to do that, like like close to like Parks. That's fucking far. Ask Julianne. That was a far trip. And
for him to just act like that.
Yeah.
Like a sloppy mess.
We had plans to go to Dave & Buster's, and then we were going to go home. And then he was like, let's go see a movie. And I'm like, okay. So then he was like, oh no, the movie that I wanted to see, it's all sold out. Let's just hang out in the car. And I'm like, wow, how convenient. I'm like, you don't want to see anything else? No, there's nothing else good. I'm like, you would pick a time in the day that like there's nothing good.
Let's just hang out in the car.
Yeah, and what do you think's gonna happen? Like the total expectation when you hang out with somebody the first time, especially when you meet somebody online. Like, why does that have to be a thing? You know, like
two best friends in the close quarters in a car. Maybe they'll kiss.
That's the same Dave & Buster's guy?
Oh yeah, that happened with almost every single guy that I used to meet online. Almost every single one. I mean, sometimes it's like if you're looking for it, that's obviously one thing. But like when you're talking and you're saying that you're interested in somebody and like are looking for something serious, like I don't know, why are you wasting everyone's time? Just be upfront.
I know. That's the thing with these dating apps. It's like there's all different kinds of people on there, but I can't stand when like people kind of lie about what they're looking for. It's like, just be honest, because a lot of us are on there to find a person, to find love. Like if you're only on there to find hookups or
there's separate apps for that.
Like, there's separate apps for that, but like be upfront about it.
Be upfront, own that shit.
Don't say, "Oh, I'm on here to find my life partner," and then be like, "Oh, hey, you want to fuck on the first date?"
Yeah.
No, you ain't.
No, you ain't.
You ain't looking for the love of your life if you're wanting to like on the first date, because you're like trying to give everything away, basically.
Right.
Like, I'm not trying to get everything right now. Like I want to like ease into liking somebody. I don't know, the vibe gets really messed up once you start messing with that kind of energy really quickly with somebody. It's like a lot very fast to me.
So are we all in agreement then? I mean, like, I know how I feel, and I guess I know how you feel, but like, I mean, I've definitely had sex on the first date.
As have I.
I don't really like to.
Oh, I've been there, of course.
Like, I think we all have. I think most of us as a human species.
And you know what? As a woman, it's like, if you have, you know what? That's for you to know and for you to take to your grave, and that's forever and ever, amen. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
You know, like, you have your life to live, and if that's what you feel like you're doing in the moment, and if the vibe feels right and everything, and the lights are set, you know, and everything is just like, you know what? It is what it is. It's happening. It's happening.
Do you think that relationships can be formed from people having sex on
absolutely.
Do you think they can? I
thought me and Sebastian would just be, you know, I thought I was just going to hook up with him the first time I hung out with him, and then I was like, he's hot, why not?
Did you?
Not as far as I thought we were going to go the first time we hung out, but I thought we were supposed to go bowling, and
and did you not go bowling?
We never left the bedroom. But it was literally just like, I'm sorry, this is like the most romantic. We just looked in each other's eyes and like cuddled and kissed. Like, that's all I needed. And I was just like,
I love him.
And now you've been together for 7 years.
I feel like that's all I talk about. But yeah, no, I just like to I don't know. It took forever for me to meet my prince. I know that's so cheesy, but like I would be there for all my friends, and they would go through their hammers of hell, as my mom would say, the hammers of hell. And I would always be there for them, and I would always be the third wheel for every friend that ever wanted to bring the fat friend so they would look better. You know, I was always that girl. I was always the girl that got made fun of. I was always the girl that was used and abused by every single guy that ever came into contact with them, because all I thought was important was just getting attention. And I learned when I was young that attention from guys, whatever kind of attention I can get, was good enough for me in the moment. So I would just let it ride out and not care. And I was like, okay, well, at least I'm getting attention. If it's bad, so what?
Yeah.
I would thrive on it. And that's sick. And it was not a way to be. It was very, very hard growing up because I was just tormented. So whatever. And then when I finally found somebody that actually, like, gave a shit about me more than just somebody that felt like they had to just because I knew them since I was a kid and, like, we grew up together and love each other and we grew into this relationship. Like, some people stayed in my life consistently. And then my family, like, someone that likes me and loves me for just being me, and I felt so comfortable. Every other person that I was with, I have really bad anxiety. So, like, even just, like, doing this, like, I'm getting heart palpitations just sitting here because I'm like, I know it's just us and we're talking and just having a conversation, but it's just that anxiety. I'll always have something in the back of my head, no matter what. That's just for real. Mm-hmm. And with him, it was just like everything just calmed down. And I was like, wow, I can actually, like, be in this moment with him and be, like, cool. And I'm like, wow, it's like I've known him my whole life. And I just met him that day. We went to go grab wraps. And I was in the car, and I just felt in this moment we were listening to Goosebumps. That was the time it just came out. That was our Goosebumps every time. That was our song. And then I was just like, wow, the rest is history. Like, I was like, in that moment, I was like, wow. And what is it? I don't believe in love at first sight, but I believe in first love, just meeting them the first day you met them.
Oh, I totally believe that. Also, I've heard that, like, men have, like, love at first sight, but women, like, it grows on. Like, they grow on you, like a woman. As a woman is a feminine, I guess, like, energy. Mm-hmm. But, like, the men, like, they'll, like, point you out in a crowd and be like, that's what I want. Like, that's trouble for me. Like, but, I've, like, fallen in love without even touching skin at all. Like, and I think that's way more precious to hold on to, because that build up and that lead up to it is like no other.
Like actual fireworks.
Yeah, it's like actual fireworks, yeah. So
when it gets to progress to that point. Mm-hmm. And that's beautiful, like, even having that, like, connection without even touching.
Absolutely.
But I just couldn't help myself. Like,
I mean, it worked out. I'm not saying anything is wrong. Like, I don't think there's any wrong answer. I think, though, now that I'm getting older and I'm, like, thrown back into the dating scene again in my 30s,
you're not just gonna let your poon loose for anybody.
Well, yeah, exactly. And I mean, let my poon loose. Let my poon loose.
Let it
loose.
I do think
Loosey goosey.
Brianna and I were talking about it the other day, though, and, you know, we came to the sort of the conclusion together that, like, okay, yes, like, I have done sexual things on first dates before, but I also don't think I expected them to go any further than that either. Like, the people who I possibly went on dates with, they were casual. I think I expected it to be casual, and I didn't expect it to go any further than, like, a first date or turn into a relationship. I mean, if it did, cool. Yeah. But I don't know if that's what I expected. And then after that happened, I was sort of like, okay, I think that's all it's going to be anyway. I'm kind of glad it didn't turn into anything anyway,
same.
Because one of them was not really a great first date. I mean, one of them was, like, one of the worst first dates I've honestly ever had. And, I mean, it didn't start off bad either. It was, you know, without revealing anything. I don't think this person will probably watch this, but, you know, we went on a first date. It was nice. I actually drove to him because he had some issue with his car. Fine, whatever. So, like, I drove to him. We went out to eat. You know, the food was delicious. Like, there was nothing wrong with the restaurant, the food. We talked. Like, things were great. You know, we went back to his place. Every woman's different, okay? So for some women, it's a little harder for us to orgasm, especially like if a dude isn't doing like foreplay. Not only did he ask me like, did I come, but he's like, did you nut? And I was like,
Excuse
no.
me?
Like, I thought he was joking. I thought he was like actually joking. I was like, no, haha. I'm like,
All right. First off, that gave me the ick.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, but yeah.
Well, first of all, I slept with a guy on the first date, and I shouldn't have done that. But I am a grown woman, and I can make my own decisions, and we were safe.
Your body, your choice.
My body, my choice. Like, it was consenting. Like, nothing wrong consenting about it. But, like...
Valid points for everyone all around.
Sex is normal, people, okay? Sex is normal. We shouldn't be embarrassed about it.
No.
Like, it's fine.
We shouldn't be embarrassed about it. I don't understand this whole stigma. Like, I would even say to my parents, I would love to show them this podcast. I even might send it to them, because who cares? Sex isn't everything. Everybody has sex.
Yes.
It's the way of life. If you feel so sheltered behind sex and you feel uncomfortable about it,
that's your problem.
That's your problem.
Go
it's because you
learn about
weren't grown up with it, and it's not. It is a fluid thing. Everybody does it. It makes you feel happier. Like, asexual people feel happier in a different way, of course. And I'm not asexual. I can't speak on behalf of that. I'm just saying. But for people that are not asexual, it makes you happier in some way that makes you feel like of fulfillment. I would say.
Okay, yeah, but you can't DJ the side of my left thigh,
right? And think that I'm nutting.
Ask me that if I came
with my non-existent penis.
Wait, so let me finish the story.
Oh, right.
Foreplay is everything. First of all,
foreplay is everything for a woman, especially.
So to finish the story.
Yes, sorry.
To finish the story,
Getting
so
excited.
he basically he asked me, did you nut? And I'm like, no. So I was kind of laughing, kind of making a joke about it. I'm like, not. I'm like, honestly, most women, if they said they orgasm that fast, they're either lying or they're really lucky that they could orgasm that fast. And he got mad at me. He was he changed his tune real quick, and he was just like, the way you said that makes it seem like I don't know what I'm doing, and this. He's literally yelling at me while I'm still putting my clothes on.
What? Insecure? Him? Weird.
Right. And I'm just like, what? You're yelling at me?
You're yelling at me?
Literally, he caught an attitude with me, and I just wanted to leave at that point. I was uncomfortable. But I'm like, no wonder you're single, bro. No wonder you're single.
All right, well, first of all, it shouldn't be news that the statistic is that there's 11% of women in the world can actually orgasm from true intercourse.
Yeah, I'm not one of them.
That should not be that should not be
I'm proud to say that.
That's a surprise to people.
Right.
That's true. It is true. And there's so many women that are so afraid to talk about it because they think everybody else is out there enjoying sex.
Right.
And they're not. And it's not their fault.
And it's not that we don't enjoy it.
Or not enjoying it to certain women's abilities of enjoying it.
I feel you have to be comfortable sexually with yourself. That's why you have to masturbate. I'm sorry. If you want to enjoy sex, you have to know what you like yourself by yourself.
There are apparently lots of different ways that I didn't realize to have sex. I've most recently figured out that oral sex is sex too. So
yes, absolutely.
I consider it sex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
People consider having sex with me.
You're inserting it inside of me in my mouth, or
even though I went further than certain people, and then I would consider as oral sex, they consider them having oral sex with me as real sex. So I'm going to treat it like that and treat it as so, even though I've done even though I've been pounded the out, but I don't know how to say that nicely.
Angelina ain't got pounded out in a long time. Angelina ain't got pounded out in a long time. That's on period.
We might have to
I think that was probably,
I don't know.
That was the most raunchy thing I've ever said.
This turned into a real raunchy episode that I didn't expect it to. But
I'm feeling tickled. Tickle pink.
No, I was going to say, because you said, oral sex is sex too. So, obviously, you know how some people consider different things cheating. So, obviously you would consider, if somebody, if your partner, got his dick sucked or something, that's cheating.
That's cheating. Oh, that is beyond
right?
cheating.
That's beyond.
That's what I'm saying. Because some people would be like, oh, but
the fact that she touched him. The fact that she was within a centimeter of him.
I would consider kissing cheating.
The talking.
Do you consider kissing cheating?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
No,
women.
I agree.
Okay.
I'm just asking.
Okay, so what about like if you're in a relationship and like I kiss you? So like, say you get drunk and then you kiss me
That
because
is-
we're best friends. Are you cheating on Bass now?
That is me and Bass's biggest argument
Biggest
sometimes.
argument.
Like, is it cheating? If it's
Only
just a
if
friend?
it counts. You don't love me
In a different
in
way.
a different
Yeah.
way.
I wouldn't make out with you. I can't make out with you.
wouldn't,
We've talked
leave
about
me
this.
For him.
I wouldn't. I'm sorry. I love you.
I mean, you would leave. You already left me for him.
I am leaving you for him currently.
You already left me for him. Okay. You wouldn't leave him for me because we are not going to get into a relationship over us making
I would get into a
out.
relationship
Like,
with you, but God forbid I could like leave him and come live with you, and I would stay with you forever. But
he's been
different,
interrupting our relationship.
right?
So whatever.
Whatever. But no.
You just sat back and enjoyed it. She just took it.
I'm just listening.
But no, he says that like he's like,
Just
well, what?
argue
So I
that.
can go kiss a girl? I'm like, no. That if you can go kiss a guy, then he's like, I wouldn't go kiss a guy, but you can go kiss your friend. I can go kiss my friend if she's a girl. And I'm like, no. But I'm like, he's like, oh well, if you're bi and you're kissing a girl, you like kissing girls. I'm like, so even if I wasn't bi and I kiss girls, he's like, so why would you kiss girls if you weren't bi? I'm like, girls kiss girls even if they're not attracted to them and they're not actually like.
Girls just like to have a good time.
Girls just like to have a good time.
Girls just want to have fun.
Right. Like, I made out with all my other friends, just not you. I can't do that with you. I don't know why. I think it's because I've known you the longest. I think
don't
that's
want to
why.
make out with you, even when I get drunk. I just don't.
I don't either.
You know
I'm
what I'm saying?
sorry.
Like, I just don't.
I'm
You're
not.
like,
I'm a little
thanks.
offended, but I understand.
I don't want to make out with Brittany. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I want.
Like,
No, I'm just kidding. I love
she doesn't want
Brittany.
to make out with me.
Right.
Like, ugh. Let me look at you. I would never make out with Gina. Like, I've made out with, like, other close friends.
Maybe like a handful. I made out with a handful of friends. Like, it's fun sometimes. Who cares?
I'm like, oh, when you're drunk, you're just like, whatever.
Now they have it.
No,
We're living our own separate lives now. Like, who fucking cares? Girls just wanna have fun.
I feel like girls are a little bit more experimental than guys are.
Oh yeah.
But it doesn't, like, mean anything for us a lot of the time. It's just like, oh, I just wanted to do that.
I think we're more like willing to be openly experimental and be fluid about it and be like, well, whatever. And like if men do it, they're like afraid to be gay.
Yeah.
Right.
And like we don't care if we
Like,
look
it
like
didn't
we're
make
gay.
me gay to make out with a girl.
Yeah.
And I'm still friends with that person.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pansexual anyway, so it's like. But I don't want to date a girl. That's the difference.
Yeah.
You wouldn't date a girl?
No.
I would.
I have-
I'd try dating a girl.
I almost did. Like I was really attracted to a girl. She was like very masculine, but I was
There's some girls I like
know.
that are
just like more masculine side, but like
androgynous.
still a girl and like had all the girl parts and it was
Yeah.
fun and like I really liked her too and like it was interesting to say the least. We
Yeah.
had a lot of fun together. I loved that time of my life and I don't know. That was the closest I ever got to dating one and now that since we didn't date, I'm kind of glad we didn't. Because, like, I just don't know how that would have ended anyway.
Right.
Because I feel like it would have ended anyway. Because, like, you know, going back to men after that, I was okay. Even though after my most recent heartbreak, I'm very much on the borderline of going back to being, like, full women. It's, like, really...
Because of
That
how heartbroken
Yeah,
you
it's
were
that
over
bad.
your last
Yeah.
breakup.
Mm-hmm.
I know, like you were telling me the other day.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't realize it was still eating at you like that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I really am.
Well, it really is the Heartbreak House, ladies.
Yeah.
It really is.
You're still heartbroken.
Shit.
You're still allowed to be heartbroken, of course.
Yeah, it's been a long time too. So it's like, you know, when something means something to you and still like you're still grieving, it seems like it's just like
And
I don't
that's
know, that shit must have really, really hurt.
Right, that must have really made
Like,
you feel
who
something.
hurt you, baby girl?
Yeah, who hurt you,
let
baby?
me put this down. Like, here, let me get my list real quick. Oh, here's my book. Let me get my book out and we'll talk about it.
Is
My
that the person
list
that you
is not in
said
there.
made you love without touching them yet?
Yeah.
That's the one that drew you, like, without even physically touching them yet. And you even said before
Absolutely.
that your one of your favorite love languages is physical touch. So that does mean a lot to you. So the fact that you fell in love with him without even having had that like moment yet is like really powerful.
He knew I was trouble when I walked in, as Taylor Swift said.
Mama Taylor. As Mother would say. Mother
Taylor Swift is literally Mother.
She's so mothering right now.
Do you guys want to hear some really interesting Tinder profiles that I came across recently?
Yes.
I wrote them down because I just thought they were really funny.
Oh, yes, okay.
Ooh. Spoil me. Spoil.
I wrote them because my phone is being used to record, so I wouldn't have written them down. I'm not a psycho or anything. But I did it for the pod.
Do it for the pod.
So here's some real people and real bio. I'm not going to name names, but I'll give you their age.
Yeah, you don't have to expose them like that, but at least like...
These people probably wouldn't see this podcast anyway, but I mean, if they do and they hear their bio...
You put this online for a reason. Yeah. People are going to see it, so you put it out there.
I'm not giving names. I'm not giving anything.
I'm invested now.
Right? On the edge of my seat, literally.
So here's some that I came across recently that I thought were very interesting and that don't make me want to swipe right. So here we go.
Don't make you want to swipe right.
First one is a man who's 39 years old.
Okay.
His bio says, I travel quite a bit. I like anything outdoors and geeking out, watching sci-fi movies.
All right.
I have a teenage daughter that I take care of, which is difficult and costly to say the least. 16 is a rough age for young ladies. Okay. I prefer someone younger than myself that has some maturity. If you don't practice some self-help, I'm not interested. Have fun with your cheeseburgers. I'm pretty laid back and am a blast to hang out with. No filter queens, spammers, trans, or hippopotamus.
Well, I'm out. Everything he said was bad. From the moment he started complaining that he had a daughter, he does sound like a blast to hang out. Blast in a glass.
Yes.
I would love to go outdoorsing with him and talk about sci-fi novels.
Doesn't he sound like a really laid back and a blast?
He sounds like a catch.
Oh, he's already complaining about his 16-year-old daughter. Like, he says he has a 16-year-old daughter, but he's looking for a woman who's younger than him, but who's also mature, but also he is body-shaming people for wanting to eat cheeseburgers?
What's wrong with a cheeseburger?
I love cheeseburgers.
First off, the skinniest person here loves a cheeseburger, so...
That's really...
You're going to get into it.
I'm sure you're a really great dad and you give your daughter really good body image.
I'm sure if she talked to a guy that sounded like he had a profile like that, you would hate that shit.
Right.
Or would he be like, good job? Like,
good job.
Get out of my house because you're 16. I can't afford you anymore. Like... All right, number one, that was your decision.
You and your cheeseburgers.
You and your cheeseburgers. Get out of my house. I hate you.
Would you swipe right on that guy?
Yes.
Okay.
Immediately.
Ready for the next one?
I'd want to see what he'd have to say about me being a filter queen hippopotamus.
A trans.
I'm a powerhouse. Literally, I'm the size of a powerhouse. So, like, I don't know what he'd... I'd love to know what he'd say.
Remember when that person back in that day
called me a house?
You a house instead of the whole thing.
I went to Chipotle where she worked, and I was like, I gotta feed the kids.
I wrote this Chipotle a note.
You did?
Wait.
Remember?
This bitch told me I was a size... Well, not me, but she...
Yeah, you were there.
I think she said on Twitter, she, like, subtweeted me when Twitter was a thing. And she said that I was a house. And then the next day I go to Chipotle, and I was like, sorry, I gotta come feed the kids. She made my Chipotle bowl for me.
You're like, and bitch, you're making my Chipotle bowl right now. Sit down.
Taking out my 20s. I'm like, oh, I don't need $100. Sorry.
You're serving me, honey.
Yeah. I need change for $100.
You want a tip? Here's a tip. Don't subtweet me. So I'll just come to your job and buy your food.
So this guy is 36. He says, I'm very sorry that my height doesn't start with a 6.
It's okay.
You'll live.
I promise you it's fine.
I promise it's fine.
If it's got 4 wheels, a motor, can go off-road, it's for me. I can go from Lamb of God to Meek Mill to Luke Combs all on the same car ride. Yeah,
wow.
Isn't that like iPod Shuffle? Like, isn't that just when you have your iPod on Shuffle?
Ooh.
You're so quirky. You have different tastes. Like, why do people think it's so weird to have different taste in music? Like, why is it so weird to like country and metal and rap?
Well,
at the same
so
time?
quirky.
I have a bunch of different shit on my iPod. On my iPod Nano. I wish I still had my iPod Nano. Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
But I have a lot of different stuff on there.
We all do.
Right.
It's not weird for you to like different genres of music. You're allowed. Oh my God, I could go from Lamb of God to Meek Mill to
Ooh,
Oh,
what a journey.
Wow.
Want to be on that journey with him and
put
eating
Journey
our
in it,
drumsticks together.
I'll put Journey in it too. I have literally sounds like one of my playlists.
Yeah.
Honestly.
The next guy,
Yes.
38-year-old man.
The next victim.
I miss how girls used to be. It all used to be about each other. Nowadays, it's just
like that.
absurd with all the political bullshit. So you want to tell us anything about yourself on Tinder? Or you
Is
just wanted to
this
play about
somebody's
girls?
actual biography
That's their
profile?
bio. That's the
talk
thing
about
that shows up.
No one asked, number one.
Did I ask?
Don't want to talk about politics, like right then and there on my Tinder account. Like,
Why is
What does
that
that have to
your
do with
bio?
you about women? Was it a woman's profile?
No.
Then who is he to say?
I miss how girls used to be. How women didn't have rights. Is that what you're saying? Like, I miss how it used to be. It all used to be about each other. Nowadays, it's just absurd with all the political bullshit. Like, what do you not like that women have control over their bodies? Do you not like that, we're up and coming in STEM? Like, what is it that you don't like? You want your woman barefoot and pregnant in
What
the
is
kitchen?
it?
What is it that you don't like? I'm sorry.
Waiting.
I don't understand. I would like an answer. This one is a 32-year-old man. Mm-hmm. These eyes, though you think I am Hispanic, you'd be wrong. Pros, I will create memes just for us.
that was kind of creepy.
I thought it was going in a whole different
I know, that's
direction.
how I looked at you. Like, I
Don't you
know
love the
where this
mystery?
is going.
Right.
These eyes, though you probably think I'm Hispanic, you'd
These
be wrong.
eyes.
Okay, and that's like where it ended. And he was like, pros, I will create memes just for us. I will tell the truth. Almost a certainty I'd make you on purpose or accident. I think he meant to say make you laugh, but didn't put that. But I'll
Make
take
me
it.
laugh.
I'd make you on purpose or accident. I'd make you though.
Wait, won't send unsolicited pics and won't be mean to you. What more could you ask for?
Thank God.
A lot.
A
There's a lot
lot.
more I could ask for. Actually, the bar is in hell, everybody. Oh wow, a man who won't send unsolicited pics and won't be mean to me. Yeah. That's normal. That's a normal thing for people to do or not do, I guess.
Right? Why is the bar just set there?
What more could you ask for?
A lot of things.
lot. I could ask for a lot. Thank you.
I want to know what eyes you do have if they're not Mexican.
What are you?
What? If you're gonna say, and obviously there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna answer the question of what you aren't, why don't you actually give what you
It
are?
just ended like you probably think I'm Hispanic, but you'd be wrong, and then it went into something.
I said
completely
Mexican. I'm
else.
sorry. I would like to know what your eyes are if they're not Hispanic.
So am I ever gonna find out what you are? I guess not.
Yeah.
No. You ready for the last one?
Yes.
And this last guy swiped right on me a couple times, and you'll see why. I'm kind of like, oh, but I'm not really flattered. He's 40.
Okay.
He says, I have a big dick.
I understand why you swiped right.
Wait, no, but here's why I should.
I understand.
I have a big dick. Fun only. Don't overthink it. Musician, model. If I swipe right on you, I consider you in the top 1% of the hottest girls on Tinder.
I want to be on top 1%.
If you message me first, I'll give you a giraffe balloon.
So you swiped right for the giraffe balloon, I hope.
I did not swipe right. I keep swiping left.
You haven't swiped right on this man. This is the prize gem.
He considers me one of the top 1% hottest girls on Tinder.
You must be.
But I keep swiping left because I don't care that you have a big that you want fun only. Like, that's not what I'm looking for.
I don't want
I
a
like
giraffe
fun.
balloon. I want a giraffe balloon.
I want the giraffe balloon, Gina.
I do
Take
want
one for the
giraffe balloon.
team.
Should I have swiped right just for the giraffe balloon?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Was he not cute?
Oh, I mean, he was okay.
He's a model.
He's all right. He's a model and a musician and has a big.
That doesn't mean
I
he
know.
was
Those are
cute.
3 of my top 10. Like.
That does not mean he was
Just kidding,
cute.
Sebastian. I love
No,
you.
he was cute, but also that's not what I'm interested in. But he did swipe right on me a few times. I didn't swipe right on him.
He's trying to get your attention.
Yeah.
Young ma'am.
Hey, you could have fun, and you could get a giraffe balloon.
I could have
That's
gotten
a
a
good-
giraffe balloon out of it.
That's better than your worst day.
The bar is in hell.
My friends. I wanted the draft balloon.
I know.
You
Now
could've-
I'm curious. I wonder.
Why didn't you think about us?
Right. That was it's a little selfish, Gina.
He told me to don't. He told me don't overthink it.
He told you what to do.
From the start. He was
From the
very
jump.
upfront.
He was.
I appreciate that though.
Yes, I appreciate the upfrontness.
I appreciate it. But the
If that's a
fact,
word.
I do appreciate that he's upfront because there's different things on Tinder that show what you're looking for, like short-term fun, long-term. So at least he was open with what he was looking for, but I
Yeah.
just thought it was funny because it started off with I have a big,
Yeah, first things first.
and then the
Like,
giraffe balloon thing was just unhinged and wild, but honestly I would have wanted the giraffe balloon.
Yeah, well, I like the honesty.
I like the
I like
draft
how you're just
balloon.
telling me, right? I like how you're telling me about your size also, like, ahead of time. So
Yeah,
that I don't
I know
have
what
to
to
worry
expect.
about finding it. Yeah, I don't want to have to find out
Right?
the hard way.
Literally.
Literally. Yeah.
Yeah. Bye. We did it. Yay!
We did it! Hooray! We did it!
Yay! We did it!
Told you about the formula. I know how to make it happen.
Beautiful disaster, you got me so messed up. We're stuck in our feelings. I'm looking for one good reason. My heart, your heart ain't in this thing forever, but I say we could if we're in this together.
Ravioli, give me the formula. Angelina ain't got counted out in a long time. Angelina ain't got counted out in a long time.
Please don't sue us, Angelina.
Yes.